I am David Nuno. Yeah, that's right. Not Tyrone. I told A-Thing my name was Tyrone. Joking around here in the Rollo Insurance studio. And all right, I got to tell you a thing. I told a friend of mine that I was going to be hanging out with you. And I say hanging out, interviewing you, but like I made it sound like we were like tight. Yeah. And she's like, no way, get out. Like Elaine on Seinfeld. Way probably a show you never watched. That being said, do you realize like how big you've become and how big you're like, I hope you haven't because I want you to like stay grounded, but do you realize everybody knows who you are right now?
No, I don't realize that. I don't know. I feel like I see it, you know, if I'm at the grocery store and someone's like, oh, are you the girl that runs track? I'm like, yeah. Or, you know, a lot of people DM me on Instagram, stuff like that. But I don't know. It hasn't really clicked yet because I feel like sometimes people are like intimidated to say anything to me. For what reason? I don't know. But it just happens. So nah, not yet.
But, you know, I think part of the reason people feel comfortable coming up to you is how likable of a personality you have. Like, you're smiling always. I do know you've got that focused look, too, when you're not smiling, but you seem to have a great time around your teammates and in competition.
Yes, I do. I absolutely love my teammates, especially, you know, not to play favoritism or anything. My 800 group, they're the best ever. I mean, they've been my family on and off the track since the moment I got onto this campus, so they've just been really fun and I've really enjoyed every moment with them. I feel like they kind of made every moment, every accomplishment I had even better, but not only them but the team as well.
So I want to kind of get your story. Why Texas A&M? How Texas A&M? Get me here. How did you get here?
Yeah. So like Coach said, really didn't know what Texas A&M was. I would say like 3 years ago. I don't think I watched my first like track and field or collegiate track and field meet until I was like probably a junior in high school. Like my first Olympics that I actually watched was 2016 Olympics, which I was a freshman. So I'm a track runner, but I feel like, I don't know, I've always just been running track, never really having that much knowledge about everything else that's going around, really just focusing on myself-ish and just running. But, you know, the recruiting process came and I was like, okay, I definitely want to go to college. Didn't really think about A&M just because it's in Texas. I went to Houston for AAU Nationals once, and it was in Houston. So hot.
Right.
I said I'm never coming back to Texas. So A&M was not even in my it was nowhere near one of the schools I wanted to go to. My main school was really Oregon because I just loved everything that they did there. But Brandon, who is also an 800 runner, he's in their 800 group. He's like, yeah, you should definitely consider A&M. I'm like, but it's so hot. And then eventually, I think I saw Coach Mallard at USA's that year, 2019, and he's like, I was like, oh wow, you're Coach Mallard. Brandon was telling me about you. And he's like, yeah, you know, we'll talk after you get done through all this stuff. So comes to the fall, I began talking to schools. A&M was my first home visit, my first official visit. And I mean, just getting here, it's like once I got here, talking to Coach Mallard, first of all, I like kind of fell in love with him when he came on my visit. I'm just like, wow, he's so nice. He stayed for like 2 hours maybe. And I was like, yeah, I want him to stay longer. But then I came on the visit. The same thing I felt. The people were so genuine here, really nice. And I'm just saying it just felt like home. It just felt like somewhere I wanted to be. I feel like everything I was going to do was going to be appreciated, and it wasn't just about track here. I feel like I got a home away from home, and everyone appreciated me. Everybody wanted the best for me, and like I said, it just wasn't just about track. So I really appreciated that here.
So here's a dumb question. Get ready, because this is what we do. TV guys and radio guys, we ask dumb questions. When you're breaking a record, do you know it's happening as it's happening? Like, is it like can you tell you're on a different level?
I guess I would say sometimes I do, but at the same time, I'm just running and you're just focusing on the run. And majority of the time, it's just me trying to get to the line. I think that's just the main thing I'm always focused on. So I would say this 156, did I really know I was going that fast? Not really. The only thing I was thinking about the last stretch, I was just like, I don't want to be caught. So let's just run to the line. So, I mean, I think it just depends on the day. Am I really focused on the time? If that's the case, then yeah, I'll know that I'm running a fast time. But most of the time, I'm just running, trying to get to the line, and I see the results afterwards.
Follow-up dumb question part 2. What does it feel like? Like, I mean, you've got the record. Like, when you walk around, like, you can wear a big trophy around. Like, you have it. How does that feel? Is that something you even envisioned years ago?
I would say back in high school, especially like when I was younger, maybe my sophomore year, Sydney McLaughlin, she's an Olympian as well. She's from New Jersey. world record holder in the 400 hurdles now. She was really big when I was a freshman, so she was everywhere. Everyone knew her and all this stuff. She was breaking every record. So, of course, in my mind, I'm like, yeah, I definitely want to do that. I want to be a part of that. Same goes for Brandon Miller running AAU. He had, like, the world age group record for the 800 since he was, like, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm just like, wow, I want to do that. So doing it now, it's like, okay, yeah, I'm really happy that I can do it. Like, I'm really happy that I have all these records and stuff like that. But I don't know, at the same time, it's just like, wow, it kind of feels normal because I feel like I've been working toward this for the past couple of years that I've been running track and field. So now that it's here, it's like, okay, that's awesome. But what else can I do at the same time?
Take me through your timeline. What's up? When do you leave? What do you have to do beforehand? Just kind of help me understand, because it's not as easy as I'm just leaving tomorrow. Like there's a lot that goes into it.
Yeah, coming off of that run at USA's, definitely working on recovering my body, also my mind at the same time, because the month of June was definitely hectic for me. So just getting back here, resting my body and my mind, make sure that I'm ready to go. I leave on the 24th, so I have about, I guess, 3 weeks being home before I leave. So, I mean, getting back into training, I haven't really trained for a while just because of all the traveling we've been doing, / being in Eugene for a while. So just getting back to training, getting my body back to feeling, what it's like to run and like practice and stuff like that. So that's all we've really been doing.
I look at the Olympics as several different like layers, right? You have the fact that you're going to be competing.
Yeah.
The fact that you are leaving the country, you're going to the greatest athletes in the world are all going to be there, all different types of sports. Has that kind of hit your mind? Like, there's so-and-so and there's so-and-so, right? Like, do you think about that, or is it complete focus on the events?
Yeah, I would say for me, the difference that I've had than other, I guess, fresh Olympian / younger athletes, I've kind of been on these teams with USA for a couple years now. My first team, even though it was like a youth team, was in 2018. I ran at Youth Olympics. So I got the experience of being with world athletes. They were my age, but it was still competing with a whole bunch of people in the world that were the best in the world at my age. So I got to experience that, and then I've run at a couple other meets where it was senior team. So I got to meet these professional athletes that are world class and the best in the U.S. as well. So I would say this isn't super new to me. I mean, being that it's the Olympics, it's definitely big and something different. But I would say that I've had a couple experiences. So coming into this one, I want to say it's kind of like another meet for me. But I know what I'm going there for, and I know what I'm capable of as well.
Talk to me about your future beyond the Olympics. Decision to go pro. Just how difficult was that for you, or was it easy? I mean, you're the best. So how did you come up with the decision?
Yeah, I mean, back in when I was 16, broke the U.S. American record in the 600 indoors. So since then, even probably before, there have been people who have been contacting my coaches and everything about going professional. So going pro and being a professional athlete is something I've always wanted to do. Did I know when? No, but I think having this freshman year in college and growing and being confident in myself athletically and also off the track has definitely helped a lot and made that decision much easier, because I just knew I was ready for it now rather than any time when I was younger. So it was a pretty easy decision, going through going through everything to make the decision, and choosing my agent and the deal that I was going with was definitely much more harder. But at the end, I guess it kind of all just worked out, and I think it's pretty simple. Just made me feel much better just being done with it.
In your post, you mentioned your love for Aggieland and the fact that you want to continue your education. Just how important is this community to you?
Yeah, no, like I said earlier, it's just a land full of the most genuine people I've ever met. And for me, I am so genuine in everything I do. Like I love, and I just feel like being here, I get that all around. So I really appreciate the people that are around here. And I feel like there's so many resources within the university when it comes to academics and also athletically on the track. So I just feel like I'm just well-rounded over here, and I'm just, I have everything that I need to be successful. So
I think we need to make a shirt that says "I love love" and have your name on it. I love that. I just dropped the love too.
Yeah, we should.
Hey. Mo, I appreciate you coming in the
Yep.
studio. Obviously, I've been wanting to meet Coach Henry for a long, long time, and getting you both in here has been fantastic. We're going to be watching. I hope we can get you back in here soon.
Yes, awesome.
All
Sounds
right?
good.
You bring some gold medal, and we'll hang out. I'll wear it, okay?
Yeah.
You got it?
The way you
Sounds
got it
good.
done.
All right. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. There, Pat Henry and Athing Mu here